Hello and welcome to the BFS underscore PhD show for Monday, November 18th. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And if you were following the Millie yesterday, you saw one of the weirdest ever Millie wins ever. Because this guy, BRB3333, was winning 1 million on the last play of the last game, which was a defensive fumble recovery by Seattle. However, did you know that that was not actually a defensive fumble recovery you saw? That's right. Because of an offensive pass interference, which gave them 2 yards, parentheses, game's over, who cares? They accept the penalty. Now, granted, on TV, you can see them decline the penalty because they got the ball and the game's over. But somebody did some math, and I think somebody looked up some incentives because D Hall has is like $2 million built into his contract that's incentive based. So anyway, I think somebody's um, did that after the fact, or because it's a 2 yard thing, it was automatic. I don't know. Regardless, can you imagine losing $950,000 on an accepted end of game penalty? I can't. All right. This show is sponsored by Prediction Strike. You can use promo code PhD to get their best deposit match bonus. Didn't love this. My guy won, and I did not make money, and I don't get that, and I don't like that. But for now, just figuring it out. Um, Okay, so we'll start with football and then we'll move on to basketball. Don't have much to say about football. My general take on it is I do not think that Houston has proven themselves to be a whatever 9, 11 point favorite, whatever they are now. I think they're like a few point favorite. So I have them as like a 2 point favorite here. That's the kind of game I expect. Reasonably high scoring because Cooper Rush can chuck it. And these guys are all, he's got targets out there still. CD Lamb, if CD's in. I'm assuming he's in. If he's out, he's still got targets, and they're much cheaper. It's a different slate. I haven't thought about that slate as much, but I don't mind. Like Tolbert's one of the guys I'm happy to get to today. I think I have him in captain even. Yeah, a little bit of Tolbert and captain never hurt anybody. I'm a big Dowdle guy today because he's better than Zeke. Zeke's getting phased out. Zeke fumbled. Whatever. It's That's the side of it I'm on. I'm gonna get Cooper Rush only because we got 3% owned in captain. And we know that quarterbacks are about 12%, right? So that's significant leverage we can get here at the quarterback position, even from a non-rushing quarterback, particularly given that I assume he's cheaper than a regular quarterback. Okay. Um, so boom, boom. All right. Do I have anything else to say on this slate? Who's my biggest fade? Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon seems like a pretty good big fade. He's got competition in that backfield. He has to kind of score a bunch of touchdowns to get value, and this projection is pretty high even. I don't know if I'd give him that. So I'm happy to be fading him. Is that 34% captain? Yeah, okay. That's why we're not doing that. We're not doing the most favored captain, and I'm fine with that. You don't have to jam him in. 34%. Come on. Like what's his optimal percent going to be? Like 18, 20%. Way over owned the captain. In my opinion. Okay, so let's see. Nico Collins, that's less of a stand. That's more of that I expect them to be ahead either way, like whether I'm right or not. So I'm okay with that fade just on general game script. That I don't think he's going to have that much opportunity. He's going to score the first couple touchdowns. And then after that, who else is behind Joe Mixon? I probably am positively levered to some other backup running backs, maybe. Not in captain, of course. Get somebody else. No, just Rico Dowdle, huh? Hmm. Well, there might be some additional value opening up. Why is there like nobody? Oh, I don't understand what's going on with my pool here. Yeah, it's like half my guys are missing. It's still sorted by leverage, even though I was trying to sort by projection. Whatever. Okay, so I'm not projecting anybody else in there. Damian Pierce maybe to get Osnap. No. Okay, I don't really have much of a take here. Play a lot of Cooper Rush. He's severely under project. Basically, anytime a guy's going to be out there throwing the ball a bunch, he might complete the passes. You know what I mean? Like everybody thinks he's not going to complete the passes, but nobody doubts. Not a single person doubts. He's going to have to throw some passes today, right? So I'm just saying 50% chance he completes the passes. Now I've said 50% and here I have 90%. Probably good to make those match up. 50 a year. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's why I like SaberSim so much, because I can just interact with it at the level of leans that I have. And now I've got a completely unique set of lineups set primarily by, well, I like Cooper Rush, but not that much. Hey, and now look, he's popped to infinity captain percent. Let's set him to 15% captain, 50% in flex, and then we've got 65. That's way too much. So I'll set him 15% here, and I'll go put 35% in flex. And then that's a major stand pro Cooper Rush, but still a reasonable stand. 35. More captain than flex because I think he's going to have to hit a bunch of different receivers. I think it's, yeah, you're going to have to get tricky with this guy. He's not, he can't beat you with talent. Princeton Fant. That's a fun name. Is Princeton Fant? I've got him projected for zero point 0.1 points, and he's getting huh. Well, I don't think I really want to play Princeton Fant, except I really like the name Princeton Fant. And I guess I should get somebody who's like min price. So probably would be Ryan Flournoy if I'm gonna click an actual person who's 2% owned. Yeah, that's the play. It's not the other weird guy I was just saying. I should probably unclick him, but mostly I'm just gonna assume he gets undone by including a real player. So I'm going to rebuild these and then I'm going to move on to the football lineups. You've seen the general point here. Play a lot of good players. It's a pretty straightforward slate so far for football. Um, Play something weird. If you want to leave, you got to leave about, it looks to be under five. You got to leave about 47. You got to go about 2,500 on the table. And generally, just by what I've been seeing you can look up my tweets about, what's his name? Awesemo is pretty much often getting under fives. And it looks like he's targeting about 47.5 as median salary. Yeah, I don't mind any of that. Well, I mean, okay. I'm just I haven't run my contest sims yet. This is after I've entered a bunch of weird changes in rules. So Detroit Bigs max one. I don't know if I actually followed up with Beef Stew. I felt like that was weird, and he was a weird price, so that's probably not even in play. Max two Houston Stars smash. You know that rule. I think they're a great play today. Houston versus Milwaukee. It's a close game. They don't have close games a lot. They're going to play a bunch. So you got guys like Şengün going to be massively underowned. Goga and Mo in a fork, which reminds me, I did not fix the Mo side of that. Need to make sure Mo is appropriately projected for kind of a lot. 22 is not enough. He could go 26, 28, 27, let's say. So now we've got the Mo Goga taken care of because both of them have significant smashability, and you got to take it into account, even in whatever weird circumstances Orlando's always in, playing a zillion guys at an extremely slow pace. So, okay. Where are we getting to? We're getting to a ton of, well, not that much Siakam. That's because of my I boosted all the Indiana guys just seemed a little low to me, so I boosted them against Toronto. I did not do any actual changes to the points in the game, which I could have done. Again, I'm A/B testing that with FanDuel, and if you're paying attention at home, turned out that my changes did better than the just leaving it how they were, which was FanDuel last time. So I'm gonna keep tabs on that. I probably should do a spreadsheet, but come on, I'm being lazy. So that's why I'm doing a loose A/B test, right? The FanDuel slate is not an exact comp, so it's not a great A/B test. It's not worth a spreadsheet. But if I see, one of them doing better, I'll take it as a hint. So basically, for the FanDuel slate, I did not do a ton of these changes. Maybe I don't think I did any rules either. Just seeing if their native rules can get there. But we had to do a bunch of changes up at the top because Giannis, very good. Don't want to have 0% Giannis under any circumstances. Want to have at least field Giannis. Never going to be beaten by Giannis. We got Franz. Franz is a massively great play. I can't believe 15% Franz. What are you doing, Field? You're absolute chumps. Field is chumps. If we got 15% Franz today, 60% for me, he's going to score a zillion points. He's 9K. He's 9K. For me, his median today is like, yeah, I said 55. That's fine with me. He's ridiculous. I can't believe 14%. You're silly. Like, I can't believe I have to do this. I don't want to play that much of it. But if you're going to be 15%, I got to. All right. So Siakam, no. He's like a 35% chance he goes completely nuts. Beyond that, fine. Is that 3x? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's just slightly over the field. I want to be a little bit more over the field on Siakam. He's a great play, very low price, ton. Should be a ton of points in play. Also, that's a revenge game for him, right? He seems vengeful. He seems like a vengeful guy. I don't remember the exact circumstances he left in, but Siakam, I can see you getting Siakam up there in your core. It's not 100% for me yet, but I'm working my way there. Pirtle, a zillion His price is $1 zillion. However, if you've been watching these games, he's the first option, the second option, and the last option. He's great, and he's running the offense. Like they're playing through him like they played through Şengün last year in Houston. So it's a whole thing you gotta pay attention to. So I've set all these guys at 48. I don't know, Siakam, Pirtle, Vucevic, Şengün, and Barrett. Those guys all to me huge upside, but same upside. Brunson a notch above them, and then Cade, Franz, and Cat are the absolute top tier of dudes. Franz at that much percent, no thanks. I'll take about 60, 65%. 60. 4x is a massive stand. I'll go 50%. Be a little over 3x. That's a fair stand, but that's like I'm 95% sure. I don't want to be 99.7% sure or whatever the implication would be. There, I'm assuming that the standard deviation of the ownership is less than or equal to half of the owner. It's boring. Okay. Franz is good. Siakam's good. What else do I want up here? Don't want that much Vooch. Vooch is not that solid. He's like a 35% play. If they stay in it, Vooch had to do good, or Levine had to do good, or Kobe had to do good. You need those guys today. You need those guys. I don't understand. Today's a weird day. So I've seen the industry projections for the Chicago-Detroit game, and I never quite understand when it's like this. Number one, I don't understand what's going on with Andre Drummond's projection today. Maybe I'm just wrong, but it seems like when he plays a ton. So if he starts, you want to play Andre Drummond. They're playing against, I mean, who else is on this team? Who's projected to start? Right? I don't get it. Oh, he's doubtful. Is it because Embiid's doubtful? They're not being serious about Drummond yet. Whatever it is, you're not going to play Yabusele against freaking Adebayo on purpose. First option. Maybe pressed into action after like one other guy fouls out or gets in foul trouble, not fouls out. He's going to play some minutes. Yabusele's fine. He's going to play some minutes. He's just not. He's high priced now. But my point is, Andre Drummond's going to maybe start and maybe play 24 minutes. So I don't understand what we're doing, giving him 15 minutes. It's like they're splitting the baby, maybe? I don't get it. He is incredibly valuable tonight and should be one of the best plays. I mean, I can't do 80% of his 0.1%, but you get it. Like, he's a core play for me. Uh, unless something else. I mean, like, I guess starting lineup wise, have they been running Paul George at the 5? Is that what I'm missing? I got to look it up. Can't stay too long, but I will look it up because I don't get this, and I feel like it's got to be something that the field can't be wrong this much, right? Like 10 minutes on. Who were they playing last game, first of all? Philly, Orlando. So they could have gone small. Orlando is small. Yeah, they played Andre Drummond 4 minutes. So I get it. They started. Ugh. Oh, Joel Embiid. So yeah, that's what I don't get. Like Embiid's doubtful today. I was like, well, what are they doing? Who was in the 5? Oh, Joel Embiid. Well, then what are we talking about? Why is it not? I'm pretty sure. Like, why is Andre Drummond in the game? He's in the game because Embiid come out of the game. Now the initial plan here, when okay, Yabusele did come in as the backup 5 against the Magic. But yeah, that's fine against like Jonathan Isaac. That's a great matchup against Jonathan Isaac. No offense to either of them. Two really good players. But different size players than Bam Adebayo, who is a massive monster and the kind of guy you might want to have Andre Drummond in the game about. Okay, just saying. This is at 30. We might not get that news until lock, so maybe it's valuable. I don't think it's that valuable. I think people will get there. I don't understand what's going on. Maybe 65% is nuts. I don't if I'm questioning myself. I have to see other people in my council of dudes get on this before I'm going to make him core. I assume I'm missing something that's actually meaningful, but I don't see it. Can't make myself see it. Okay. I mean, I assume it's just the doubtful. But there's he had zero projection. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think maybe they're just not taking the minutes parsing seriously until they get the real news. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. Love the new Madden Sims, by the way. If you guys haven't checked it out, we got Madden 25 now, so we're getting real relevant action. Relevant. Yeah, Okay. Okay, what else do I got here for you? Who's up at the top? You're playing McConnell. Don't get cute. He's the best value on the slate. You got Nemhard out. He's getting like 25 minutes, 22. Oh. He's a tremendous point per minute guy. He's coming up from the absolute min price, so it's going to be a while before he gets his real value. Levine, okay, I got because I buffed the Chicago guys, I'm gonna have way too much of all of them. I have max 2 rule, so I want how many what's my total Chicago exposure I want? Best pace on the slate, and my whole point is I think everybody's playing Detroit guys, and they're not running it back enough with Chicago guys, and if the game goes off, I'll need both guys. So Chicago guys, I want total ownership of like 100% because it's 50% chance they go off, and I need 2 guys if they go off. So total ownership of 100% for Chicago guys. Let's check it out. Bop. It's exactly 100%. You love to see it. I like it when the math works out like that, and we don't have to have any further conversation. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly what I was doing, and it is exactly what I wanted to do. Washington Knicks. This is the other game I feel like we got to talk about. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What I have done is I've said, what happens if the Poole smashes or Kuzma smashes? I know that Malcolm Brogdon is in. This is like he's coming back from injury. Also, Malcolm Brogdon being in should kind of tighten up this line. Another place where I just don't quite see it. Like, is Washington really 13 points worse than the Knicks? Yeah, Knicks is undeniably better than Washington, but like 4 points, not like 14 or whatever. This is just not an appropriate line. And that's why I wish I could take more shots on Washington. It's just the pricing, right? Like on DraftKings at least. I haven't looked at the FanDuel side, but can't quite get there with this pricing on Washington guys. Okay, yeah, so I pretty much have none of them and a little. Oh, I like this campaign play. That's clever. That's all Saberson though. I'm just leaving him in because he's a fine value, and this game's probably going to blow out. And in a blowout, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see a lot of campaign taking a bunch of garbage shots. Indy, Toronto, I said that. Houston, Milwaukee, we talked about that. Yeah, I buffed the Houston. You have a max 2 of 4 rule, etc. That one I don't think I'm seeing enough of. Some of the 2 of the 4. It's a lot of Jabari Smith. No, thank you. 15% chance that he makes the slate, and the rest of the chance you lose. Man, it's so painful to watch Jabari Smith play when he's not trying to score points. He does it all the time. Oh, I didn't do Van Vliet, and I think I have my Houston rule on. Let me check. Yeah, I got to do Van Vliet. He's a great. I mean, not great play, but he's in play. Jalen Green and Van Vliet. I meant to have both these guys boosted. So they're each at 15% odds. We got to rerun that. Boop boop. Şengün, I think is fine at 50%, 60. No, 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 not quite 60. 3x, a little bit more, 40%. Okay, that's fine. All right, so that's all we're doing in there. And then we got the Orlando Phoenix game where I don't even, yeah, I haven't done much cleaning here. I need Mo Wagner. We're getting none? My pool was none, or what's going on? Well, I got no Mo Wagner. I'd say he's fine. Yeah, okay. They're giving me none. All right. Let me unclick some of these guys because some of these guys might be stinking up the pool. Boop boop. Oh, I like Ryan Dunn. If he's still getting minutes, yeah, that's fine. He's kind of like Isaac. He can score a bunch of minutes real fast. Isaac, they're giving him 21.5 minutes. He's more than a point per minute guy. That's not appropriate. 24, 30 minutes. If he's averaging a point per minute this year, good for us because he's going to start averaging more. Um, Only 12%. Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll rebuild these. I've given my general takes on the slate, right? The guys you should play, guys you shouldn't play. Let's look at the FanDuel pricing before we get going here. About 5 minutes, say. Just making up times. Well, it's gonna actually be 5 minutes to give you. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you for joining us. Always like, comment, subscribe, helps the channel grow. What are some other things I'm supposed to say at this time? Yeah, I really do appreciate you guys joining and listening to me say random stuff about sport I love and games I love. So thank you for joining me. Yep, you see, I'm again doing this light A/B testing where for FanDuel I am keeping it pretty chill, not doing my crazy as many crazy edits as I do on the other one, just to make sure that the crazy edits are valuable. So far, they have been, so that's good. Okay, I don't mind what's at the top here, though. You got RJ Barrett, you got De'Aaron Fox, McConnell's up here too. Franz Wagner's up at the top just naturally. I didn't even have to boost him. Akbaji must be a pricing thing and a minutes thing. I just don't like that much Akbaji. I have 30% max, 35%. So I get 3 Akbaji lineups maybe. Leave a residue of this lean. Oh yeah, I haven't made sure. Gotta run contest sims. You don't just want the best lineups. If you're paying for contest sims, you want the best contest sim lineups. Okay, let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Kevin Porter, I guess he's in play. Is this expecting a blowout? No. He's getting minutes. That's cool. I need to watch the Clippers more. They're always up. They're in like the late slate, and I'm like zoning out by them. Okay, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. For the money, a bunch more Pirtle. Oh, I love it. I didn't have to put it in there, and it's telling me core Pirtle. You know I love it. I just love it so much, but I also cannot do that much Pirtle. 14, 28, 42. Let's go 50% Pirtle. 57. I'm a little bit more than half because I love the play, and particularly on FanDuel, he can smash just blocks, steals, everything. Fox, smash. Franz, smash. McConnell, super smash. McConnell is not limited. You can have as much McConnell as you want. I'm only playing 9 lineups on FanDuel, so I'm gonna smash 100% McConnell. That's whenever I play smaller sets, I take bigger stands because who cares? I mean, like, I expect even more to lose when I'm only running 9 lineups. All right. Herder, yes, yes. Monk is still out. Herder's a smash play until that ends. Drummond on FanDuel. They must be just getting to it. No, that's even with okay, fine. That's with their projections. That's me not boosting on a Drummond. They're still getting me some Andre Drummond in there. Okay. I all right. Twist my arm, twist my arm. We'll do it. We'll do some Andre Drummond. Okay, well, that's pretty. I do like how the FanDuel just kind of auto-generated very similar lineups. I guess the other things we got are Trey Lyles on the FanDuel slate. He's late in that Sacramento game and an incredible value starting as long as I think Sabonis already ruled out. So I'll take him at least a slate or two more on that. So that's the easy play on FanDuel. That really, if I have him 80%, yeah, that's another one where you can go 100. I will go 100 on Trey Lyles. Lyles and McConnell are an easy core on FanDuel. Don't get cute. They're the slam dunks. You got slam dunks on FanDuel. You don't got quite as many slam dunks on DraftKings today. But when life gives you slam dunks, make slam dunk aid. And also, don't play that much of, it's not that much of a slam dunk, Trace Jackson Davis. These minutes are not secure. I mean, are they? PJD stats. My thought is they're bouncing around all over the place, and who knows what he's going to play tonight. Based on, I think I've been watching these games. What's the game log? 18, 14, 5, 16, 16, 23. So how could you with any confidence project him for 22? That's like the absolute max. I don't like this at all. I don't like this play at all. Right? I mean, was I missing something? Why is he projected for 22 minutes out of nowhere? I don't like it. I'm gonna unclick it. It's not it's not motivated. And even if Draymond's out or something, like it's still not gonna happen. Like you're just not I don't think you're gonna see a big they're gonna keep it super diluted. That's what they want to do with that rotation. And it's just not gonna a 4K Trace Jackson Davis is not the same value as some of these other guys, unfortunately. I like him. I mean, like it's not I'm not saying he's not a great player. And if he were given the minutes, wouldn't smash the absolute pants off, but not going to be given the minutes. Cameron Payne still like this play even on this site. I mean, just it's his kind of game, right, guys? It's his kind of game. Now, do I love being 10x? No, don't love it. Am I going to change it? Nah, just going to save it and print it, just like I'm going to do with this episode. So let me go ahead and say, um, uh, I forget how I lead into this. So thank you for joining me. And remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well. Yes.